Joey Badass has come out with another track from what we're assuming to be his upcoming album, Head High. Given the, I guess, overall negative reception, I guess, of The Revenge, expectations for this may have been a bit low, but the snippets that we've heard, pretty good. So, let's go bar for bar and break down the lyrics to Head High. If you're new here, these breakdowns are where I go through and read out lyrics to a song and give my interpretation of what the artist is trying to say. My interpretations are not always correct and I do miss things, so if I've missed or misinterpreted anything, please let me know in the comments below. So, this track is produced by Static Selecta, because we get that Static Selecta tag in the beginning. So we already know it's going to be solid production. And generally when Joey and Static Selecta work together, we get pretty good tracks. So we start off with Joey's first verse.
Time waits for no man. Life is but a two-step slow jam. Dancing with the devil, trying not to lose my balance. But God bless the kid with many talents. He was chosen. That's why you see him living in the moment.
Time waits for no man. Time's gonna keep going. Life is just a two-step slow jam. Like, we're just kind of going through it. You're dancing with the devil, or he's dancing with the devil, I guess, trying not to lose his balance. Balance being like making sure he doesn't go to the dark side, I guess. Which is kind of weird because I think he said that in The Revenge. But then he goes on to say, God bless the kid with many talents. So he's a rapper and he acts now too. I don't know what else he could be talking about, but he probably has other talents out there. Just those are the ones I'm aware of. These talents that he has is why you see him living in the moment. Probably also why he hasn't put out an album in a while. He's got other things going on.
And every second gotta own it, cause you never know when could be your last. Time breathing, now you breathing from the gun blast. And you thinking about the past, see your whole life in the flash.
Yeah, every second, any second could be your last. I mean, you never know when you're gonna go. So, experience life to the fullest.
Best friends love in your casket, now your son a bastard. Pressure on the shoulders make them gotta grow faster. Where I'm from, the stories never end with no happily ever afters. Just broken families forced to start new chapters.
So if you were to die, like the last, well, not even the last thing you see, but your friends are going to be lowering you into the ground. Your son is now on their own. And basically, like, kind of the whole thing of, like, if your dad dies when you're young, you're now essentially the head of the household. Like, or at least you're treated that way. And there's just so much pressure put on you. So it's like, maybe be careful, I guess. And he's going on to say, like, yeah, where I'm from, stories never end with happily ever after. It's just broken families and they have to start over, basically, or start a new chapter of life. So this song already kind of just sounds like a warning sort of thing. Like, live life to the fullest and, I guess, be safe.
It's a natural disaster, the cycle in the loop, and we caught up in a rapture. Not to mention all the other factors, government agendas against rappers. They want to see us either dead or captured.
So he ends out that verse basically just saying, like, what's going on? Like, are we just caught up in a rapture? Like, the government's trying to kill rappers. They just want us dead or captured. Like, what? He's just thinking aloud, like, what's happening in the world? Like, why are people dying so early? Why are rappers dying so early? And then this goes into the chorus.
So I hold my head high till they put me below. Best know till the day I die, I'ma keep my heat close. This is for my niggas who took a day to relax. Hugging the block, but the block ain't hug 'em back.
He holds his head high till they put him below. Basically, like, he's gonna, I guess, focus on the good things, enjoy life, like, until he dies. Like, he's gonna, I guess, be positive is one way to think of it, but also, I guess, like, look to God. But I think just holding your head high is like, stay strong too. And then, yeah, he's gonna keep his heat close on him. And this song, all these words are for everyone who hugged their block, but the block didn't hug him back. Because, I mean, unfortunately, we know what happened to, like, people like Pop Smoke. Like, they were still, I mean, he wasn't really still in it, I don't think, but, you know, the block didn't hug him back. But yeah, he also says, like, this is for the guys who took a day to relax. Like, they were caught off guard. The chorus then repeats, and then we get to the second verse.
Took a trip to Miami that March. Couple weeks right before my daughter got born. To meet up with this kid by the name of X. Had to go to him because he was on house arrest nonetheless.
He's talking about XXX Tentacion. So, I mean, we know what happened then. But I guess when they first met, he was on house arrest and he had to go to Miami because house arrest.
Our first time meeting, we was always on the FaceTime. He offered me his place to stay, thank you, but I declined. First impression in my mind, now that's a stand-up nigga. Someone I could call a friend of mine, and that's tough, nigga.
So, I mean, they've had conversations before they met in person, and when he actually went down there, he's like, yo, you can stay here. And he's like, I'm okay. And basically his first impression of him was like, yo, he's a good dude. I mean, however you may feel about X, this is how Joey feels. Like, to him, X was a good guy.
Shit I could talk about, any type of stuff with him. Never gave a fuck about who didn't fuck with him. See, that's my nigga, I had to keep it the buck with him. When he played me his album, I told him what he was missing.
And I guess Joey and him were close enough. He's like, they were just very open with each other. Joey could go to him about anything, and he just didn't care about, I guess, what other people thought of him. And when X played him his album, he's like, I gotta keep it a buck with you. Like, you're missing something. Like, and that's real. Like, a lot of people are just kind of yes men, and they're like, oh no, this is dope. And no one's like, people are afraid to say, nah, this ain't it.
A lot of niggas would've took that shit different, would've thought that I was dissing. Instead we found this beat and started riffing. Shit had me reminiscing, had me think about Stilo, now that I can see his.
And yeah, he's like, yeah, no, a lot of people would be like, nah, you just dissing. Like, what you talking about? But X didn't take it that way. Like, he's like, oh, okay. And then they found a beat, started rapping, and that, like, through that experience, he started reminiscing about Capital C's. And then the chorus comes in again, and the track's over. Overall, this song is like pretty much what I expected the Revenge to be. Like, this is that classic Joey Badass. The only thing I can think of is, because I think this track had either been leaked or there were snippets on it years ago. I only, like, maybe he was like, oh shit, no one liked the Revenge. Let me just put this out. Hopefully that's not it, and hopefully this was actually meant to come out now, because this is good. Like, I enjoyed this. And I mean, it could very well be a Lucy also because of subject matter, maybe. Because, you know, it's feels like tracks like Love Is Only a Feeling. Like, I don't know how it's gonna play into an album, but if it does, dope. If it doesn't, I get it. But yeah, this track is really just holding your head high, like, through all the turmoil and whatever's going on. And it's dedicated to rappers who've died prematurely. Like, you could also apply it to other people in general, but, you know, because he mentions X and because he mentions the government trying to kill rappers, like, it's very clearly meant for rappers. And it's an interesting time to put it out. Maybe he's just had some reflection or time to reflect on what's happened. But also, we've had a lot of people pass. Like, I mean, clearly X, Pop Smoke, King Von, Draco. Like, there's so many rappers who have passed away recently due to violence. So it's, I don't know, like, it's a good song for sure, and the message is there. The message really is that he's reminiscing, and it's dedicated to those people, and he's not really trying to say anything other than, like, hold your head high, and you'll get through it. Like, enjoy life, because you never know when it's going to be taken away from you. But yeah, definitely a better song than The Revenge, in my opinion. And if this is going to be on the album, like I said, dope. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's just a Lucy. But given that he does have a color show of this, maybe it is on the album. But that's all I got for this track. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of it, and if I missed or misinterpreted anything, because totally possible. I don't know everything. Also, like and subscribe if you want to see more breakdowns like this. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.